Mel B took a really nasty fall, and she severed her hand and broke several ribs because of it.
Does that mean she cut off her hand?
Severed has to separate.
To sever your whole hand means it's chopped up.
That's what I thought.
This is a severed head.
Beyonce performed at a big billionaire Indian wedding. The girl that got married was a bridesmaid in Priyanka's wedding, and she was at this wedding with Nick Jonas.
Oh man, they went through their week-long wedding, then had to go to another week-long wedding?
Nipsey Hussle was at Nightingale in Hollywood. It was his girlfriend Lauren London's birthday.
Nunu, big deal.
Was that a sentence?
Hey, I speak with Kel. Nunu is the character she played in ATL.
So anyways, when they're coming out, you see Nipsey throwing haymakers.
Basically, there are some guys who came up to Nipsey's crew, misinformed, and they wanted retaliation with the wrong people.
Van?
And now TMZ presents Another Day, Another Elaborate Indian Wedding. Sweet Vishnu! Nick and Priyanka, who?
There was a big billionaire Indian wedding, and the father of the bride is the richest guy in India. He's worth over $40 billion.
So who was there?
Well, Beyonce performed. Hillary Clinton made an appearance, and even Nick and Priyanka themselves showed, since the bride, Isha Ambani, was a bridesmaid in their wedding.
Oh man, they went through their week-long wedding, then had to go to another week-long wedding?
Indian weddings. Clear your schedule, right? So whose was better? Well, they both had stage shows, they both had palaces, so basically it comes down to Beyonce versus fireworks. And one of those you can buy yourself on the side of the road. The fireworks, not Beyonce, just to be clear.
There's a different way of looking at it. The bride and groom on Priyanka, it's no contest. They are so much bigger than the bride and groom here. You don't even know who they are.
Say it again with more feeling and maybe we'll believe you.
You don't even know who they are.
By God, he's right! But still, this was a billionaire wedding!
Her father is worth $40 billion.
Right.
His father's $4.5 billion. There's got to be tension in the wedding, in the marriage, though, right?
You think the guy in 4.5 is on a budget?
He's like, do we really need past apps?
We could honeymoon in Atlanta.
Sandals is nice this time of year.
Or you could always go where Nick and Priyanka did for their honeymoon, to another wedding. So congrats everybody getting married over in India. Jeez, what's in the water over there? Oh, right.
What's up, Kanye? So Kanye West was in Miami then. He was learning to skateboard. He was down there for Art Basel, and he met up with a skate videographer, Alex Raspa, and he taught him how to ollie.
Have you never tried to ollie before?
No, I never learned. And it did not go so well.
Just like you make music, you take practice.
Yeah! Oh no.
Why pick up skateboarding now, Ye?
What, do you think that his life's over at 40?
Doing tennis at 40 is fine. You're not going to hurt yourself so bad, but skateboarding is really dangerous.
Yeah, but that's not dangerous doing that. I would love to see you do it. Well, as a kid, I did that.
I don't think skateboarding was invented.
We had skateboarding parks when I was a kid.
Hold on. They did have skateboarding in the 40s when Harvey was a kid.
I wasn't a kid in the 40s. And we had skateboarding parks.
What was the gnarliest trick you ever pulled off?
Jumping over black people.
Yeah!
Here we go, the bombshell revelations involving sex, money, and cover-ups that could bring down the president. Maybe. Difficult to say.
New information about the Stormy Daniels hush money payment by Michael Cohen.
We know that the U.S. attorney in New York is saying that Michael Cohen was doing this at the behest of and knowledge of Donald Trump.
Violation of campaign finance laws. Our sources say after Cohen and Stormy's lawyer made the deal for $130,000, Stormy signed it, but days passed without Cohen signing it.
She thought she was getting double-crossed.
I would think what she's thinking is this. She knew that the closer they got to the election, if they passed that date, she'd lose her leverage.
Because she could have sold her story for a lot of money.
We're told Cohen said, relax, you'll get your money, but I gotta wait for my client to get back in town to sign up.
Obviously, the client is Donald Trump.
What he's saying is, I can't do this deal without Donald Trump.
And that's a big deal, because Trump had denied any involvement. Anyway, eventually, Stormy got the money, and then told the story.
He's like, wow, you You are special. You remind me of my daughter.
So now, given these new details, the big question is, what is going to?
We all know what happened. They slept together. He paid her money to keep her quiet through the campaign. Nothing else is going to happen. He's not going to be impeached. I mean, here we are.
He could be impeached.
Oh, he may be impeached. He may not be convicted.
Then the Democrats will lose in 2 years. It's stupid. He's never going to be impeached. Just, what are we doing here? It's so depressing.
Happy Christmas.
Nipsey Hussle and his crew were involved in a brawl, and we have it all on camera. Nipsey Hussle was at Nightingale in Hollywood. It was his girlfriend Laura London's birthday.
Lauren London, yeah.
All right.
Nunu, big deal, actress.
Was that a sentence?
Yeah.
Not even close.
No, hey, you know what's crazy? I speak Raquel. Nunu is the character she played in ATL. Big deal because she was in that movie and she is an actress. So I got that completely.
So anyways, we actually got them coming in, and then when they're coming out, apparently there was some confrontation earlier in the night, and you see on camera Nipsey throwing haymakers at whoever these guys are.
Basically, those guys got in a fight inside the club. So they came up to Nipsey's crew, misinformed. Those guys came really aggressive to Nipsey's crew, not knowing that they had nothing to do with getting their ass whooped earlier, and they wanted retaliation with the wrong people.
Van?
And now it's Mel B in When Two Hands Become One. Ouchie! Talk about scary, Spice!
Mel B took a really nasty fall, and she severed her hand and broke several ribs because of it.
Yes, sources close to Mel say she was staying at a friend's place in London when she tripped and fell down the stairs, resulting in this. A severed right hand!
Does that mean she cut off her hand?
Well, that's what severed means. Severed has to separate.
But she posted this pic with the Spice Girls and her hand's still there. So...
My guess is that severed was used incorrectly.
This is a severed head. That would be a severed head.
Where did you pull this out of?
His tiny pocket. Anyway, is there something suspicious about this injury?
Mel B has been very open about her struggles with drugs and alcohol in the past, so you thought maybe that contributed.
But Mel B's attorney assures TMZ the fall had nothing to do with drugs or alcohol. In fact, she was scheduled to take a mandatory drug test today in LA as part of her custody evaluation.
And this happened Saturday night. So if she came back to LA and there were drugs in her system or there was any evidence of alcohol, it could really affect her custody.
Wait, so she severed her own hands to avoid the drug test? Whoa! That's intense.
Almost as intense as carrying around a severed baby hand.
Oh, so many severed hands.
Where are we getting these severed hands from? Guys, if you look under your seats, there's a severed hand for everyone.
Feel better, Mel.
Hello, Mr. Oswald. Stephen King has nominated you to host the Academy Awards.
I guess they got to do what he says.
Patton Oswalt at LAX, and we talked to him about how Stephen King wants him to host the Oscars this year.
Is that a gig you'd be interested in doing?
Of course.
He's a good choice.
He's a great choice, but then he said...
Hire Tiffany Haddish or Billy Eichner. Use me in the future.
So he says he wants to do it, but then he's like, not this year, which I thought was weird.
He's saying you guys need to make good for choosing Kevin Hart in the first place, so either get a black woman or someone who represents the LGBTQ community.
Wait a minute, so do you think the Academy is going to deliberately pick a gay? But doesn't that feel like pandering?
Yes.
The ratings that keep going down. The show, honestly, is terrible. I mean, well, no, I mean...
We thought it was called the gay
Yeah,
Super
on
Bowl.
Friday they were calling it the Gay Super Bowl.
The announcement of the host of the gay Super Bowl, the Oscars, and...
But you don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's not the gay Super Bowl.
Brad and Matt both called it the gay Super Bowl.
Oh, well, then it must be the gay Super Bowl.
Take care, Mr. Oswald. Coming up.
Nick Cannon decided that he wouldn't mind for old homophobic tweets. He got some on Chelsea Handler, Amy Schumer, and Sarah Silverman.
All three of them are very horrific.
They're pretty bad.
Plus,
Offset wants Cardi back, but he's worried thirsty girls are ruining his chances.
If your man's sitting there getting off with a girl who's not even half of you, I would be more pissed off if she's just a nothing ass bitch than I'm like.
Guys, this is hurt talking.
As Kevin Hart struggles with the fallout of stepping down from the Oscars due to a number of homophobic tweets, Nick Cannon wants him to know he's not alone. Cause a whole bunch of other comedians apparently made homophobic tweets.
Nick Cannon decided that he would mine for old homophobic tweets from other people, so he got some on Chelsea Handler, Amy Schumer, and Sarah Silverman.
What? The uber-liberal darlings of the alternative comedy scene? How bad could they be?
They're pretty bad.
All three of them are very horrific.
Like Amy Schumer's.
Enjoy Skyfall, F-word. I'm about to get knee-deep in hell at Hunt.
Chelsea Handler.
This is what a F-word bird likes like when he flexes.
And Sarah Silverman.
I don't mean this in a hateful way, but the new bachelorette's a F-word.
That's a lot of F-words. So, what was Nick's point?
I think his thing was that we all have old tweets that could damn us. And even some of your favorites have old tweets that could damn them as well.
And perhaps the ladies' well-documented kinship with the gay community made them feel like they got a pass.
But there's no such thing as a pass, though.
The things that we say to each other in this room, if we were to say them outside of this room,
Have you ever called me an F?
I would never use that word ever, but I have made comments to you and to Van.
I know, but you ain't never used the N-word with me.
If you use that word, that's a step above. Then we're not friends anymore.
And friends is an F word we should use a lot more. Friends. So, watch your mouth, ladies. Or at least your thumbs.
Hey, morning, how are you?
Morning. Carson Kressley and Tom Felicia, his co-star from Get a Room with Carson and Tom. They're leaving the Today Show in New York. We break some very sad news to him that Roger, the ripped kangaroo, has sadly passed away at the age of 12. We tell Carson and Tom, and they are beside themselves.
Wait, what happened? Roger.
No,
Roger.
Roger.
Oh my God, no. I know. I hate to break the guys.
Carson used to date Roger.
I did.
Carson's like...
I have to say, you know, he wasn't really into clothing, but he always looked so good.
He always made me want to speak with an Australian accent every time I was with Roger. You know, we'd go down under. I'm into the country, no.
I mean, I know. I'm sorry. For Roger, a moment of silence.
Offset desperately wants Cardi B back, and it could totally happen if it wasn't for one thing. Those damn haters!
There's a lot of haters who are basically keep on putting things in Cardi's head by sending her negative stuff about Offset on social media.
Yes, and all those people drinking Haterade and shopping at Hate and Barrel are getting in the way of Offset's love. He even tweeted about her the other day.
Y'all, I miss Cardi.
Too bad all those people on Hate Watchers won't let them be together. Okay, we're gonna stop with the hate jokes now. Point is, Offset's mad at all the negativity / actual evidence of him possibly banging girls that aren't Cardi.
If someone sends a FaceTime